Alright, Mr. Tuttle, I don't know if you can hear me. It's a little late. Let's go over a few things, just what I feel, what I notice, maybe somebody else doesn't notice. Not gonna try to point out what's said on the site, because that's your job to do. But as far as a wrist slap, when my knuckles are in this fashion and they're underneath this top line of my hand, you see a lot of people get this way with like your drawings are, with the hands like this. It's not quite how it happens in the golf swing, because the golf ball's down there. Right there. So when you grab it this way, if you grab it with these fingers, you're done. You can't repeat it. If you grab it this way, when my knuckles face you, that feels like a slap. Now, they're also dynamically coming down. This elbow right here on the backside applies a lot of pressure in a push position. Forward is a piston, like we call it. This is, you never want the elbow leading the hand, never. Why? This may possibly produce more power, I don't know. But this tear things up in your body. This, you never get the club back out. The hardest thing is get this thing pointing. We're physically pointing this thing out there. It's not to just throw it out there and hang on the side of it, or throw it out there. You got to point it out there. So if you point it out there, and our ears are on this level, so everything to me this is all the lower half of my body, according to me. Everything's underneath me. So when I take this thing and I just point it to the right, and point it to the left, point right, point left. Point, physically point the shaft right, point the shaft down left. So like this. So right, down left. Now, what's motivating my swing, or what's making it all happen, is a right arm. It's not a stiff right arm. Let's create that angle I was talking about. There could be that angle. But when you see this angle, it's me. My hips, my right butt cheek slides in a straight line this way. We're pointing this way. You don't aim your toes this way, you aim your toes that way, you hit that. It's not like we're pointing down this line. I feel like I'm facing this way with my feet. And I just push the ball that way. But everybody else does this, aims your feet. The thought of aiming your feet to the target line, looking up, you're trying to hit, your arms are trying to go down this target line. Don't work that way. You cannot. As soon as you tell the body to swing, the knees swing. Just the words you say mess it up. So, club starts right on the sagittal plane, right in the center of my mask. Right here. Grabbing it. Nice and balanced. The ball's pretty. I don't get ball bound. Balls are relevant. Creating energy through the golf ball in a forward direction. So, what makes it automatic, I don't have to think, is this arm right here. This arm. If I perch forward instead of, this would be bending. This would be hanging, leaning forward. This arm, whenever the elbow tries to point down, as I point my elbow, wherever, could care less this direction where it's at, this hand starts below this line. My elbow's there, and all I'm trying to do is throw my hand back as far from this elbow as I can. That's it. Your right arm, for all the power you need, it can bring just the thought of that while you see things turning. What you don't see is me creating spine angle this way. It's not. I'm not falling. I'm not losing this circle isn't going that way. This circle, if I want to lose it, I want to lose this. I want to lose it in a circle between my feet. Sort of like go forward and stand up. That'll work. let this circle pivot that way. Forward, stand up. All automatic, all don't have to think about it. This would be a lot of left hand. You guys do this, do that. Just search the press. So it goes this way. All right. Works. Not repeating as far as this. So when we go back, as long as my ears don't get close to my shoulders, they stay the same distance. I pitch forward, pitch everything. Basically, you're taking your shoulders and your butt, you throw it back behind the back of your head. That's how you would try to lean forward. From there, it's real easy. My head's front on, go back. Front on, goes back. Golf swings, it gets to be pretty automatic because I'm not trying to twist anything. I'm trying to, my pivot point is right here. Okay. My pivot point to go forward, your throat thing goes, this one goes that way. The pivot point of my butt goes back. It sets my angle. It's not a pivot for me, it's just to set this angle. So this hand, this pivot point goes between the mass and that. This would be all my weight on the back of the ball, all my weight on the front of the ball. The ball's 3 feet out in front of me, so there's no such thing. Just not. You may want to say this, but there's not. It's on the side of the ball. We don't hit the ball on the side of us. While it appears that way, it's below me, 3 foot down, and out in front of me. So, that being said, you just pivot these two pivot together. The head, ears go with it. Go back, my spine just really doesn't move a whole bunch. It moves because the energy takes it there. And when I move it back, I physically move it. Most people do this, they set this, Ballard said today, tuck your butt under. Tuck your butt under, you're here. You're going to start making lateral motion because when you walk, your butt's not tucked under. When you walk, your butt's on the wall, back side of us, not tucked under this way. It's just scraping out that way. When I go this way, my butt's got to go, feel like it's on the end of my thighs pointed that way. Not bent over. This is my head pulling my spine forward. Big difference. When I do them, nothing, I'm stretching my, not how I think this way. Boom. No great core, nothing, no tension in my body other than underneath my right arm, my elbow to my hand. All right. I never go this way with the golf. When you go this way, when you try to create this angle, it pushes this elbow down. When it does, it pulls the spine. You can't do anything. The body's not going to do anything at the sacrifice. It's not going to hurt itself. So I just. Push or slap it. Dynamic motion. Push or slap. What you see here, as far as my body, pretty, I don't want to say irrelevant, but no, it's not influencing anything I do here, just at all, really. It's just, the more I throw this arm at you, push it that with the camera, the better I hit it. The more I don't hit it as good. So throw my arm at the camera, throw my elbow that way, throw this force that way. But I'm doing it through, I'm not throwing the front of it, I'm throwing it with the elbow. And the elbow throws it in the front. Anytime you use the shoulder to throw it, just using too much of the body that you don't need to. Your elbow is plenty powerful. Your elbow is the only thing that's going to push your hand out there. The same way every time. So my elbow pushes my hand out there. It's not, my hand's not going like this. It's just as my elbow goes back, this finger has never went that way. It just gets in line. So it's not a wrist cock above the wrist more than it gets level and goes under. To the body, that's level, that's under. Level, that's under. To me, to you, that's level, that's under. But you never see me do this. Don't work that way. You got to feel it. It's just not hard to do. I mean, my spine's always on the back of me. I'm never trying to do this. This is you trying to walk your spine that way. This is me walking my body, splitting it. My hips are this way, boom. Everybody's trying to, from a square here, I'm gonna go, it's gonna throw my spine this, which is okay, it'll work. And I gotta crank it out. It's just wasted motion. You split your body diagonally, because I'm hitting it where I want to hit it with my hand. Boom. When I do this, I push it on that spot. Right that flag. Because we can't. I'm going to force you with a blue flag right there. Close, real close. But as far as how do we aim, if you start messing with your feet, trying to aim like this, now you're tilting your head, you're tilting your. Then we get in a place where you just can't do it. You're so bound and confused. Just line up. This thing's out there. You're gonna go out and get it. That's it. I mean, there ain't no plane here. There ain't no plane. There is just right of my ears, left of my ears, right, left. I don't care if it's right, left. That's the worst. That's the best. Whatever angle, but never let this wrist pull on this part of the hand and pull the elbow. Body doesn't, as far as a power source, if you feel something in your body, you're twisted, and that's the wrong. Just because you feel it there, it's not going to get out. It's not going to get through into the face. So you better. This is a golf swing. When I go up and don't try to create an angle, this will be me creating wrist angle. My elbow never moves. Bad deal. All right? But if I let this thing go up towards the camera, there's a circle there. This is a straight up and down motion to me. This is it gets close to you and comes from me. So close to you, comes from me. I just don't come from this one. You start thinking about inside. You're so far inside when your elbow goes behind you, you got to go out and get it. Got to. And it's not throwing a shoulder. It's not how it works. This thing is like your feet. It's the opposite of your feet. If you throw this out, it'd be like throwing my foot around. Let this thing come out and get it. Because that's pretty much how we do it. That's pretty much how we're designed to do it. Shoulders. If you have the ground sitting on your shoulder, if you have a guy standing on you, they're the opposite of your feet. Every bone in our body goes this way, except for this one. Our vision is this way. If we keep our vision here, it'll compress our shoulders this way, and this thing can. That's all you need. Just that. You hit as hard as you want. You hit as hard as you want from wherever. You don't need to make a big backswing. You just point it, hold it, undo the right arm. You undo this thing anywhere over here. Start undoing it. Get it this way. I don't care. It really ain't gonna matter because it's only gonna end up in one thing, and that's right on the golf ball. When you hold an angle, try to hold it and then undo it. It's flipping your arm this way. You're tearing stuff up. So don't hold an angle. Undo it. Negative torque. But I mean, 4/10 before we hit the ball could be here. I mean, it's all about accelerating. The hardest thing to do is accelerate on this side of a circle. This is pretty free. This shot, just gotta let it fall, and I can accelerate it through. I don't have to think about it because I'm not trying to set. I'm walking in the golf ball, stepping back, throw my right arm. Because we're doing it slow, I have to do this. But when I do, it throws the weight of this out. It's not my core. I mean, it's a side of my body. It can actually be this leg and that leg, but it ain't. You tell people it's inside your body, they're going to do it. They're going to focus. They're going to stop. Just send better messages. Is all we need to do. I repeat the same motion here every time. Try to, best I can. I don't care about a plane because it don't have nothing to do. You start worrying about a plane, you start throwing this thing away. This thing starts going way out there and it starts dragging. It is so irrelevant, I can't even tell you. I mean, I guess it is if you want to figure out what this driver does on this one. But you're not gonna repeat nothing. You're not gonna hit it solid every time where you want to hit it. Figure out what's right. That's controlling you. I know what's controlling my golf ball, and it ain't no plane. And to think about one is just plumb not smart. Accelerate real hard with my pusher slap. I'm going to put the ball slightly left of what feels like up here. Accelerate. A lot of people may call it a block, but when I hit it, pretty much this club's got to be in front of this hand when you hit it. You got to get it past his hand. This no good. No good. Because you better be damn strong and hold this angle. That's all you got is this angle. But when I do this, and I've got the face, that much is enough. That's all you need. I mean, any faster, any harder, you're out of sequence. I mean, you're just hitting with this. There's nothing. There's nothing in that. Takes a 10-degree driver and shoots it at 15 degrees. They're kind of not designed to do that. Start at 0, go out to 15. As far far as my grip, I always grip it in this, but I take it, my fingers bring the shaft into my hand. All right, press it in. I lock it in. Squeeze as hard as I can. Locked in. With the fingers. Away we go. You start doing this, you lose this pivot point, you're done. It's just here, locked in. There's so much energy stored up in the right elbow and arm. It's just not even funny. Have you seen an arm like this? That's an arm. That's that angle. What you seeing? I just took it out to right there. That is this. You see this thing pointed up and not that way? You held it. You never went this way. Just holding on for dear life. You have to. If you don't, you lose control of it. You lose control of it, you don't know what you're doing. I mean, it's not. You must accept the fact that the ball don't care. Alright? It just wants to be hit that way. Plain and simple. You start putting angles on it, math. It's all about pointing the shaft past the ball, or pointing the shaft past, however you want to do it, I don't care. Point past the ball. Start moving, you're done. My spine stands the opposite of where, over there. My pivot point is out here in front of me. But if I try to start pivoting around my spine, here again, you can do it. Here again, maybe you can hit it further. Here again, your body's going to stop you. So, do math on what the body won't go there repeatedly because it's trying to shut down. You can't repeat it. I don't care how hard you can hit it. It's irrelevant. You know, you just can't repeat it. This, a caveman can do it. Absolute caveman can do it. This would be me doing that. Slowing the heel. When you slow the heel down, you reverse the butt. When you go this way before impact, what does that do? That gets the club back in front of your hand. Don't matter how you get there. Just get it there. Hand out takes care of a lot. All push slap. Why it's a slap? Because your fingers are down here when they do it. Your fingers aren't stuck behind your wrist. You don't take the angle out this way. Take the angle out that way. That way. That way. That way. People got to start paying attention. It's not here and there because I'm reversing. I mean, the problem is everybody judges what that's going to do to the golf ball, and they're wrong because you have acceleration on it. When you accelerate it, it's always square. It's always square. Every one of these balls is dead straight. Really over exaggerating it. "24 ways to do it without hurting yourself." Near as I can think. So we'll do the lean back to the straight shoulders for it. This would be how you get straight shoulders. They feel level to me. You do it that way. You can't do it with 2 feet side by side. Do it the opposite. That, when you do it this way, your left hand's got to hit it. Not good. When I get in this position, hips are that way, my butt, my hips are this way, my butt are just, the back's offset, my hips are at an angle, my butt's just staggered. Give you a better angle. Right elbow going out that way. It's not that I try to send it there, I just push it. You gotta push it dynamically because it comes up here, you gotta get it back down on the table. Alright, body motion stays in motion, people give, so I'll stop. Just understand.